We up and I'm feeling like a new me. Stacking new sets, some new E. NFTs, all of them you need. Back in my zone like 2-3. All time high, hit a new peak. Let's go. Homie, the Bulls is back. I said the Bulls is back.
GM and welcome back to the channel. In this one, we're taking a look at the AI coins. They are a pumping due to the fact we have almost a soap opera unfolding around centralized AI, Sam Altman, OpenAI, Microsoft, all this good stuff here, pumping the bags in crypto. So decentralized AI getting the green light here. So let's check out some coins. Let's see what's been going on. And if you enjoy this one, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. And if you're watching over at Twitter, do follow as well. Are you in or out? That is the major question here. Sam Altman has been removed as the CEO of OpenAI. You seem to have this kind of, dislocation between the board and the actual workers here. A lot of people who work at OpenAI, for example, the COO here reaching out and saying OpenAI is nothing without its people. This kind of rhetoric being mimicked around socials right now. Sam Altman with a heart there. But the mission continues, as he says, and Microsoft, who are a large stakeholder in OpenAI, have just hired Sam today. So the overall TLDR on this one is the overlords at OpenAI have booted Sam Altman out. People at the company seemingly want him to stay, but he's now been given a position over at Microsoft. So Christ knows what is going on there. But what we do know is AI season is here. So as Ansem posted, this is the AI and crypto basket: Ritual, Gensyn, TAO, Nos, Render, AKASH, OLAS, Prime, Asto, Filecoin, Arweave, Shadow. So we're not going to go through every single one of these for the sake of the length of today's video, but we will go through some of these just to give ourselves a heads up and see what these are all about. These first two here do not have tokens as of yet, have just been recently funded, I believe. And so we're just going to check these out and see what the heck's going on with them. The first one is Ritual Net. So of course here, it's very good to follow the smart investors such as Ansem. He's been ripping the markets to shreds. And when he sets you on a lead, this is what we should be doing. Checking out what these projects are, seeing if there is a token, is there an upcoming token? There's potentially big trades to be had here. So Ritual Net, the world's first community-owned AI network. So this is also going to be an AI network like we've seen over at OpenAI. Maybe this could be a competitor to TAO, that is Bittensor. They've raised 25 mil seed. The guys behind this one are from Polychain, which is a very well-funded VC firm. And if you check out some of the names on the cap table here, Balaji, people from Eigenlayer, WorldsCoin, Flashbots, Monad, loads of big people in the industry here. So the first one is Ritual. Very technical indeed. If you jump into the website here, ritual.net, the Ritual Superchain is what they're calling this. And potentially this is going to allow Web2 companies to plug and play with decentralized AI and enable AI-based processes into their business models. So of course, this one could be rather large. I like the investors. There's no current token out. It's definitely one to have on the watch list and to be following along with over on Twitter. Follow these ones as well. Gensyn. These guys seem to be UK based. The Gensyn network unites all of the world's compute into a global machine learning cluster usable by anyone at any time. A lot of these are GPU ecosystems or decentralized GPUs where you can come and plug and use computing power for whatever your needs are, mainly AI related. And this is such an easy sell as because AI is going to continue to grow. There's going to be more and more AI companies and there isn't enough GPU power to go around. And so these decentralized networks of compute power are going to get sent. And as we've seen with these stocks in AI, we're probably going to see a massive rotation into crypto-based AI. Again, these ones are massively funded and well backed here. Galaxy Digital, A16Z, Maven, just to name a few here. I like the kind of Edward Snowden quote on this. We cannot have a new clergy who get to interpret the gospel and decide whether or not a layperson gets access. So their machine learning model here, as per their documentation, goes into the fact that they can offer their service for a fraction of the cost of others in the industry. If you were to get the equivalent ML, so machine learning work, over on Ethereum, $15,700. Maybe Golem Network is an old OG one that you could have a bit of a better comparison to, or AWS, $1.20, $2 seems to be around standard there, but they can get things done at Gensyn at around 40 cents. So therefore supplying a cost advantage for using Gensyn, 80% cheaper than AWS. So both of those first projects there do not have tokens. So I'm just going to follow those, set the alerts for all tweets on their Twitter accounts, and we'll just see if there's any potential to actually get involved with those tokens when they come out, because highly likely, well-funded AI-based projects will probably do stupid numbers this cycle. A very simple thesis. A lot of stuff can happen in the real world that will project onto decentralized versions of AI. People will start to say, oh, these decentralized versions are better than these centralized versions. Let's ape these coins. Hence, that is what we saw with TAO and why it's up 100% in the last week, pushing $300 here. Now, if you just look at this and zoom out a little bit more, market cap of the whole of the AI industry here in crypto, of course, this doesn't have every single coin listed under it, but just as a ballpark, $7 billion. Do you think that is cheap? Because I think that is ridiculously cheap when you consider the market cap of Polkadot itself is greater than that there. And then if you were to double that, so 14 billion, you are then at the market cap of Cardano. And I think we're going to see a major bubble here in these AI coins. I think they're going to do the stupidest numbers overall. And if you can get some of the coins that have crossovers of narratives, like we'll look at later with Prime, I think we're onto some serious winners here. So Bittensor is now number 1. It's finally got plugged in with its market cap on CoinGecko, currently ranked number 40. A few of these are defo going to get into the top 20s, potentially even top 10s of cryptocurrency this cycle, as we see a huge shakeup with AI. Render in second, Fetch, AKASH, Singularity Net here. And you can see from this, AKASH is also putting in some big digits. So starting here with Bittensor, essentially a decentralized version of OpenAI. Their large language models are trained on the other large language models from centralized players. Think Google's Bard, think OpenAI's ChatGPT. All these different ones are plugged in, and these guys use what they've learned to establish a much better model. They have this kind of mining process of the TAO token, which follows the block schedule rewards of BTC, hence the max supply is 21 million. And as you can see, it doesn't take much brain power to work out that this thing is going to go a lot higher and will be a 3-digit coin. And I'm a little bit coping with this one as I have a small amount of Bittensor, but not enough. So just think about it. The more times these centralized AI players F up, this will get bid straight away. We just saw that with the kind of restructuring of the CEO at OpenAI. And then this being the equivalent decentralized version gets a pump off the back of centralized entities with screw ups. Render Network here, the second one up, has a partnership with Apple, is essentially the Nvidia, but of cryptocurrency. Nice, simple terms to think about here. And this will get a pump off the back of that kind of similarity relationship in just itself. So this is GPU rental services. You pay in dollars with your credit card, debit card, whatever it may be. And what they do is actually use the render token to purchase the dollar amount and then send it as the reward to those whose compute power is actually utilized. 3D modeling, AI imaging, gaming, all these different things have huge demands for GPUs. So this network is a rather large established one of the key players in this industry. And of course, will get a huge pump, currently $1.3 billion. Nosana is essentially the Solana play of Render. The market cap on this FDV is $54 million. Now, if we just look at the chart here, it is rather outrageous, as you can see from there. What do these guys state? Well, in their recent Breakpoint talk, they talked about GPUs, and they say GPUs, or graphic processing units, are specialized chips that can perform parallel computations much faster than CPUs or central processing units. This makes them ideal for running complex mathematical operations that are required for training and running AI models. So you can see the more AI models that exist, the more GPU computation required. Elon Musk with an absolutely fantastic quote here: GPUs are considerably harder to get than drugs at this point in time. So that is one way to think about the demand for these decentralized GPU networks. And it's highly likely that what they're offering has to go up in value over time due to their scarcity. An open compute network for all. Essentially, this is very similar to that of Render. If you just zoom out here on the chart, this was actually trading at 1 penny just around a month ago. So it's done pretty much a 56x at that point. So obviously a ridiculous chart to go and be buying right now. And these guys seemingly pivoted as well around the start of October, I believe it was, or the end of September potentially. Check their Medium post out for the actual specifics. So if you were a missile of this protocol like myself here and you don't want to buy a 56x, that is probably wise as well, because there will be people with huge bags who could dump on this at any moment in time. But this was a more recent pivot as well. So I don't feel too bad in missing this, because you can't be reading absolutely everything that's happening in crypto all of the time. Here is AKASH. AKASH has recently recorded 1K per day in daily revenue. So their business model overall is growing here, a 14x in very recent history there, as you can see from the chart, back in the summer towards the range lows of daily USD spendage, and then towards the top here over 900, 1,000 bucks being printed more recently. So this just shows you the actual usage of GPUs, and the demand for them is really going crazy here. We're seeing all the big companies just invest tons of money into AI, and I imagine this trajectory just continues to go on up here, and I do think this forms a freaking huge bubble for these AI cryptos as well. You can't really say that that isn't kind of bubble territory already, doing a 56x in a month, but I do think this honestly gets a whole lot crazier as this cycle progresses, and you have to have some form of AI bag, otherwise you are going to miss out on the potential returns of a lifetime. We have parallel TCG with Prime. These guys have the trading card game. These guys recently announced that they will be on Epic Game Store for their open beta of Parallel. Prime Wiki is a great follow to understand more, and they have a full website, a Wikipedia index of the Echelon ecosystem, Parallel TCG, the trading card game, and also Parallel Colony, which is the RPG game, and of course Prime Token. Learn more about this. The Prime Token has been on an absolute tear here. You can see discrepancy between circulating supply and total supply there. These coins will be emitted through the gameplay over time. There are many sinks for Prime in the games, so that means the tokens could be pulled out, but they don't burn the tokens or anything like that. What they do is reuse them as rewards in the ecosystem. So these will just continue to be circulating over time, and I imagine this continues to garner a lot of value. 200 mil market cap circulating, around 850 FDV here. And if you've missed Prime, which is probably one of the coolest tickers you're going to see, and if you just think about the pools, the KSIs of this world and how much influence they have, highly likely they'll be shilling this Prime ticker at some point, or at least people will be buying the Prime ticker thinking that it is theirs. But if you did miss this play, like myself, I have bought some Paragon's DAO PDT tokens due to the fact this is one of the largest holders of the NFTs, and they also have a huge supply, I think like 5 million actual Prime tokens in this DAO. Essentially, they invest heavily into that ecosystem. That is what they're all about. Check them out. Information here. Market cap of this is $20 million, FDV at 26 mil, and so this could be a beta play for Prime. And if you just zoom the chart out here, there we go. That is the full history for PDT. For the Prime missers like myself, I would like to see a nice catch-up play for this. Of course, quite a difficult beta to actually get involved with overall. You're buying this token in the hopes that other investors are going to also ape in, as they have missed Prime as well. That is kind of my thinking behind this. And I'm sure their overall market cap will kind of track the treasury value of their collections, etc. But the NFT market on Prime has been going through the roof as well, so this could well tick up more. And then just a couple more to look at here. So we have Autonomous, or OLAS as it goes by, breaking a range here just last week. A kind of 140, it broke out nice and cleanly, came back for a bit of a retest around 135, and is absolutely sending here with the rest of the AI coins. This one has a lot of early Bitcoin holders, so people who've got fat stacks of BTC who when they do buy altcoins typically buy them and hold them for a very long time, because they obviously know they buy only good stuff. But they're not people who are flipping coins, they are just hoarding supply. So that is part of the investment thesis of this one. It does have quite a lot of inflation still to come, but obviously the chart speaks volumes for itself. It literally is up only, with obviously long periods of consolidation in between. Then Shadow is a data storage play as well on Solana. Market cap $69 million. So data storage, think the likes of Arweave and others, maybe Filecoin, that kind of thing, have huge market caps in comparison to this. But because it's on Sol, seems to be a lot cheaper. I know that Ansem himself is very bullish on this one. Worth a little look here. Seems to be consolidating around this 40 cents region. Maybe this one can also be a big winner. As file storage, again, with the growth of AI and all these different things, as we see the world move to a more online focused basis, likely has a lot of legs to run still as well. Now, the last thing to talk about here is this. So Sol airdrop checker.solworks.dev. So this guy has created a Sol airdrop checker, and there is an airdrop coming today for PYTH network, or PYTH network, which is an Oracle solution that is mainly operating on Solana. So a chain link of Sol, if you will, and you like the simplification. So this guy has a data sheet in here somewhere. So if you come to his profile independently of myself, I won't leave the link because there's a lot of dodgy links in crypto right now. If you do come to this, you don't need to connect your wallet. You just need to paste your wallet address into the website, and it will tell you if you are eligible for the PYTH airdrop, the Jupiter airdrop and potentially Bonk airdrop as well. That was some time ago at this point, but that is obviously a useful tool and resource there that's being built. And the PYTH airdrop, I believe, is at 2 p.m. today UTC time. So there's going to be more money flows into Solana as well here. So I hope you enjoyed this one, a bit of an overview of some of the AI plays that are out there and 2 of the upcoming ones as well that I'm definitely going to be keeping tabs on. As you can see, the big valuation changes for the already established players. These ones, if they do come online with small valuations, probably not going to happen really, but there could be big catch-up plays to be had here. So well worth being hyper-focused on AI. Makes a lot of sense. But that is it. I will see you guys in the next one. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.